Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I was just about to start doing a practice session and I figured why not create a video also. Over the past couple years, I've kind of taken my eyes off of Newlywed Entertainment and worked really hard on this channel. And that's what today's video is about, because over the past few months, I've started to really go back and review my own content. And I want to ask all of you guys out there to drop some comments. Um, Let me know what you would do if you had a YouTube channel. What kind of things would you talk about? And would you want to explore a lot more broad topics than just the particular things that you are interested in? Because for me, it's honestly been one of those things of going into a lot of unknown territories, especially in spirituality and religion. Some of the other topics that I've covered on my channel have been a learning curve for me. It's been eye-opening, but I also know behind the scenes, people that I'm close to, it has at times caused friction. But nonetheless, this is also an opportunity for learning, right? One of the things I've said on my channel many times is I am the teacher and the student, which means I'm always teaching and I'm always learning. And that keeps the door of unlimited possibilities open, at least from my point of view. Especially when I look back at all the different jobs that I worked over the years, where I was able to pick up trades and skills and knowledge that I was able to apply in my own life. For example, this entire room used to be a center block basement. It was nothing fancy about it. In fact, it was looked like a dungeon down here. So the skills of doing drywall, the skills of being able to build stuff, not just read blueprints, but to be able to visualize things and bring it into a reality. And even with my DJ stuff, there's a lot of props and things that over the years I have built myself, because it gives me joy to build things, but also at the same time, it's got more purpose to it. So what kind of things would you do with your channel? Would you be like a more tourist type thing? Would you do like audiobooks, affirmations? I mean, I'd really like to know from all the people that watch my channel, what kind of things are you into? Do it yourself? Would you like some kind of more hands-on type things that is help you to do projects around your house, for example? A lot of things I've had to learn firsthand, so I'm very grateful for that. And I really want my channel to be not just a very niche type thing, but something that's very broad. And I've covered a lot of things on my channel that I feel, and to not be so repetitious about it, I need to keep broadening that base, so to speak. So guys, please drop some comments. Let me know what you're thinking, what you would do with a YouTube channel. And most importantly, remember that anything is possible. I never thought I was going to be on camera like this, because when I started, it was just more about doing audiobooks. And the reason that I started to get on the camera itself is because behind the scenes, it's really hard to fill the actual video space when it's just audio. I could sit down and do a podcast style and just be on the microphone and talk for hours, or just read stories for hours on end. That's no problem. But then when you come to the side of, well, I need some kind of video or pictures to go with this, of course you could do a slideshow. That's pretty easy. But if you're going to make content for YouTube, you kind of start, internally like, okay, well, I need to step my game up. I need to actually do a little bit more than just slideshows or just a still image for the entire video. So guys, by the way, this is a HypnoWaves ad in the background. Speaking of slideshows, that is one of my shirts, and I have one of those on now. Perhaps one of my favorite ones at the moment. So for those that have been following my channel, you know the stage name, right? But for everyone else, years ago, I got the name Hypnotic because of the blue shots, right? The hypnotic shots. And it's spelled different, but for me, it was all about hip hop, dance music, club music, that kind of stuff. So that's where the name came from. And then, 10 years ago or so, I decided to kind of go away from the name because there was a lot of things in my personal life that was going on. But the rebirth of the name was a whole evolution of that name is still a part of me, and it always will be a part of me. And burying it, trying to disassociate myself from the name was just impossible. It's as almost impossible as the difference in Nick and Nicholas being my name, which everyone knows me as Nick. It all comes from me, right? That is another aspect of who I am. So evolving the brand and broadening the scope of it has been a main focus behind the scenes for me, which is where the whole idea of the store came from. And for any one of you out there who visit the store, I'm very grateful. If you do decide to buy some of the shirts, I give you a hug because I greatly appreciate it. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into everything I do, and I'm very detail orientated. So drop some comments, guys. Let me know, like, if you had a YouTube channel, what would you do? What would be some of the things that internally you would think first, like, oh, well, how would I do X, Y, and Z? What kind of like thought processes do you have when you pose that question to yourself? I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'll see you guys very soon. I'm always very grateful for each and every one of you that have been supporting me along the way. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon.